Hello. Ok, ngày nay dương một người tại tôi cái sao mới tại tôi BMJ learning ở nhóm tập đằng đá vì như thế vì là online research đó tôi chỉ như corporate chỉ má là dân trong luật làm quân chứ nói chung là 10 bàn vì update thôi để tại tôi là chạy X-ray vì chạy chụp hạt vì nên mình phạt vốn bên đây vì chạy X-ray pulmonary pathology mình chẳng như không cái này nó vì miền ở dân đằng tại tôi là chạy radiogram the precision coverage penetration and quality ហើយគេអាចបញ្ជាក់យើងទៅទៅ system សម្រាប់អាសេសបានហើយរបៀបលំដាប់ដោយអានរបៀបអានអញ្ចឹងណា Asset the lung field metasternum bone and soft tissue អូខេឥឡូវយើងសាក start module នោះវិញអូខេអញ្ចឹងនេះដូចឧទាហរណ៍មួយនេះចឹងគេឲ្យ check X-ray មកវាជាលក្ខណៈជា scenario case មកមួយយើងមកមួយគ្នាអញ្ចឹងណាអូខេដូចជាគេនិយាយទៅគឺ84ឆ្នាំអ្នកជំងឺប្រុសម្នាក់អាយុ84ឆ្នាំនៅក្នុង IBD មាន stroke នៅក្នុង stroke ward ហ្នឹងហើយគាត់ហត់ភ្លាមអូខេអញ្ចឹងគេថតសួតមកវាឃើញចាអូខេគេសួរថា what feature of this radiogram require immediate action អូខេយើងต้องយើង select តើយើងគិតថាអីអូខេនេះគឺអ្វី change drain in metasternum ឬក៏ correct place endotracheal tube អូខេpneumoperitoneum អូខេយើងគិតថាអីយើងយកហ្នឹងមកអញ្ចឹងការរៀនណាតោះទៅវាប្រាប់ចម្លើយយើងអូខេសម្រាប់ខេមនេះតើនៅបរិបទម្នាក់ហើយខ្ញុំឆ្នាំនេះតែ medical unit visional breast the symptoms have developed over the last 2 days and start after episode of chest tightness yet that the teacher is show below okay Kita mời vượt những dạng đúng không? Mình có những số nào vậy? Ini kita OAP, kita pneumotorak, pneumometastasis. Enggak, ini mulai. Pneumotorak. Ini pneumotorak mulai. Magic ôm này. Alright, you can see the bottom of the water suddenly became prisoners.
When we look at the patient's demographics, the patient's name, date of birth, and unit number are vitally important. Quite often patients may have similar names, they may even share the same birth date, and therefore the hospital number is very important. In addition to getting the demographics right, it is vitally important that you get the correct date of the X-ray. Quite often patients will be in hospital for weeks, and they will often.
So we'll now talk about how chest X-rays are actually obtained. There's two ways that a frontal chest X-ray is obtained. The preferred projection is posterior anterior, and anterior posterior is the other way, and that's usually done in sick inpatients. So this is an example of how a posterior anterior chest X-ray is obtained. So this diagram shows that the X-rays are transmitted from the X-ray source. They go through the patient and they're collected at the cassette, and the patient, importantly, is standing with their face to the cassette. And this is how a PA chest X-ray would look. Because the X-rays are transmitted in a divergent beam 6 feet away from the patient, and they hit the interface between the heart and the lungs tangentially, which are of different radiographic densities, it casts a shadow on the cassette, and this is what the heart looks like, therefore, on the actual chest X-ray. This is an example of an anteroposterior chest X-ray. Again, the X-rays are transmitted from the X-ray source in a divergent beam 6 feet away from the patient, but this time the patient is with their back to the cassette, and again the X-rays will be collected at the cassette, and this is an example of what an AP chest X-ray would look like. When comparing PA and AP chest X-rays, it's important to note that because on the AP chest X-ray, when the patient is with their back to the cassette, the heart is actually closer to the X-ray source compared to a PA chest X-ray in which the patient is actually facing the cassette. And here you can see this is the same patient, but the shadow of the heart is a lot smaller than it is on the AP projection. And this is the reason why you can't accurately assess heart size on an AP projection. This is well illustrated by these X-rays, which are actually taken on the same patient. The one on the left is a PA projection and the one on the right is an AP projection. And you can see that actually the heart shadow and the cardiothoracic ratio appear larger on the AP erect. And again, this illustrates why we don't accurately measure the heart size on an AP projection.
It's very important to look at the side marker to make sure that right is right and left is left. That can be very confusing if it's been mislabelled, and it's a simple thing that you need to get right. The right lateral determines which side of the patient is closer to the cassette. So in this particular patient, because it's right lateral, it's the right side of the chest. If it was a left lateral, it would be the left chest that was up against the cassette, and the X-ray beam would come from the other side.
So the first thing we'll look at is rotation of the film. So in a well-centered film, the spinous process, which is shown here, should be equidistant from the medial ends of the clavicle. However, on this chest X-ray, you can see that actually it's not equidistant from the medial ends of the clavicle, meaning that the patient is rotated, which is why the left lung looks more lucent than the right lung, and this can mimic pathology. Another important factor is whether you have a well-inspired film or not. So this is an example of the same patient who's had both an